The first Beetlejuice movie came out 32 years ago and they decided to make a sequel. I do understand why they're bringing back this character because he's very famous, he's iconic, he's a good character and people really appreciate him. So on that sense, it's very good to see that character again. But to be very honest with you, I don't think this is a good movie. I don't think it's bad either, but to me it's somewhere in the middle. Overall, I wouldn't go tell you like, go watch this movie, you have to watch it, but it's not like it's horrible, don't watch it at all. For me it's more like a okay, and that's pretty much it. I definitely like the first one better than this one, 100%. And to be very honest with you, I'm not even the biggest fan of the first movie. It has its details, it's not perfect, it's not a masterpiece. There's so many things I can criticize on that first movie, and yet again I still rather that one than this one. There's a couple of things that I do like more in this movie than in the first one. One of them is the fact that Beetlejuice is way more present in this movie, and I think that is very important because number one, both movies are named after him, so it makes sense that us as an audience expect to watch him more. And the second reason is because at the end of the day he is the main event. Of course, the other characters are very important, definitely, but he is the main event. And also, the other thing that I rather in this movie than in the first one is that I feel like this one has more humor and they push that humor further than they did in the first one. But I still rather the first movie than this one because the story is more simple, but overall it works. And in the case of this second movie, the story is way too complicated and there's too much going on. So I rather to have a simpler movie than a more complicated movie that it doesn't work. But honestly, I had the opportunity to watch the musical very recently and I liked it more than both movies. The story, the characters, the humor, Beetlejuice's presence, everything feels different and changed. But it's a very good adaptation because it keeps its essence. I also really like the music. Everything on the musical is so spot on. I really loved it. And as I said before, I liked it way more than both movies. And now I'm gonna start with the spoilers. As I said before, I rather the first movie than this one because there's too much going on in this one, and that is because there are too many plots. We have Beetlejuice's ex-wife, Lydia facing her husband's death, Lydia getting married in a few days, Astrid missing her dad, and then Astrid meeting a guy that ends up being very important. So we have a lot of ideas in one movie. The ex-wife plot is set up as something very important, there's a whole investigation going on, but then it disappears for a very long time. It shows up at the end, but it gets solved very easily. I honestly would have rather to get rid of it. To me, the ex-wife and the actor detective are not important for the movie. By the way, very quick comment, the makeup is so beautiful, it's so amazing, I loved it. But in the case of that actor, it looks kind of fake. It looks beautiful though, it's beautiful, it's so well done on that sense, but it looks kind of fake. And I think it's because it's lacking dimension. I'm not sure, but that is my theory. And also I have the theory that it was made on purpose, but I'm not completely sure about that. Also, the Maitlands are very missed. They were very important in the first movie, so that's why I think they left a very empty spot. But at the same time, there are so many plots in this movie and so much going on that it makes sense that they are not here in this movie. Something that I also consider very important is that Lydia feels like a different character. It doesn't feel like it's her as an adult. And also, there's no character arc. And as I said before, the movie has good moments. It has even very funny moments, like with Bob and these other characters that have a very small head. But I still feel like they could have pushed the humor even further. The moments that push the limits the most to me are the ones with the Beetlejuice baby. Because that I don't know, like it was just very creepy and weird, and it's good that they push that limit and they dare to do very creepy stuff like that, but it's not something that you get to feel during the whole movie. But definitely my favorite part of the movie was Taco the dog. She's so adorable, she's so cute, and the whole sequence to me was very charming. And that is the end of the spoilers. I think at this point it's very obvious that there's gonna be a third movie and we already know how it's gonna be called. And honestly, I'm not expecting that much. Hopefully it will be better, and I hope they can take a few things from the musical. I think that will be great. As I said, the movie is not terrible, but definitely it could be so much better, and hopefully the third one will be. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.